So in this session, we are going to discuss what are the identifiers in the Java. Identifiers are basically used for identification purpose. Suppose we want to identify something, then we have to use the identifiers. Identifiers are basically used to provide the name to variable, class, packages and functions. So the function, packages, class or variable can be identified on the basis of identifiers. If they are identified, we can use. We all are identified by the name. We all have some unique or a common name. Okay, we all identified by the name. Suppose I am taking an example. Suppose I tell you, go and call that person. Suppose I don't know the name of that person. There might be some more thousands of people are sitting there. And who basically I am talking to which person, you will get confused. Okay. So identification, for the identification purpose, name is very compulsory thing. So identifiers, something in the Java, is basically used for identification purpose. And there are some rules to create the identifiers in the Java. What are the rules? Identifier can consist capital A to capital Z alphabets, a small a to small z alphabets, 0 to 9 digits can be included for naming an identifier. In which manner it will be used, I will discuss little bit later. Okay. And in a special symbol, dollar or underscore we can use as a special symbol. Apart from that, anything cannot consider for naming an identifier. Only these things can be included. Capital A to Z, small a to z, 0 to 9, dollar or underscore. Okay. So I am just writing some valid or invalid identifier. Okay. You just remember these things in your mind. Okay. I am writing. And one more thing. In identifier, we cannot use any keyword. Keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Okay. Reserved words cannot be used for identifier. Yeah, I'm writing. Hello. How? This is the one example of identifier. Second, dollar underscore h underscore dollar underscore h, dollar. Dollar underscore h underscore dollar underscore dollar. 1 2 3 sum 1 2 3. Fifth one, do. Sixth one, for. 7 1, while. 8 1, this is also an identifier. 9, process. Number 1 is valid or invalid. absolutely invalid because spaces are not allowed between the identifier. Okay. So if we are using any space between the words, it will be not acceptable. It's invalid. Number 2 is valid or invalid. It's absolutely valid because dollar or underscore we can use as a spatial symbol. In which manner we are using, either in a starting or a middle or in last, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's absolutely valid. 1, 2, 3 sum. It is valid or invalid? It's absolutely invalid. We can use the digits from 0 to 9. I agree. It's okay. But any identifier cannot start with the digit. It's a strict rule. So it's invalid. Sum 123, it's absolutely valid. It's absolutely valid. We are using the digit, but not in the starting. In the middle we can use the digit, or in the last we can use the digit, but we cannot use the digit in the starting. Do, for, these two are invalid because they are keywords for looping purpose. Invalid. While, what about while? While is valid because a small while is a keyword, capital while is not a keyword. This one is a keyword, but this is not keyword. So it is valid. Java is a case sensitive language. So Java treats the capital and small letters are differently. Okay. What about this? This is a long keyword. This is a long identifier. Sorry. For identifiers, it can be of any length. Specifically, length के regarding कोई भी रूल जावा में अभी तक रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ, तो हम आइडेंटिफायर की कोई भी लेंथ दे सकते हैं. It can contain any number of characters, no problem. So it's absolutely valid. But for better practice, we should avoid the long name, because in a program we have to use the identifiers on a certain positions, so there might be some chances of error. Okay, but it's absolutely valid, no problem. Capital ABC, small abc is absolutely valid, no problem, because capital A to Z and small a to Z is permitted. What about this? We are using from underscore, and underscore is a special character which is allowed to make any identifier, so it's absolutely valid. So this is a complete list of valid, invalid identifiers. Okay, I think you should write down. Okay, this is all about. One more thing I would like to discuss. It is a recommendation from the side of Java that all the identifier should be meaningful. It's up to us. We can take any identifier name, but as per recommendation of Java, it should be meaningful. It should be meaningful according to the application project program requirement. We should give the name of the identifier. Okay, that's it. This is all about the discussion of keywords and identifier. And please subscribe my channel, and you will be updated for that. You will be updated. Okay.